Hey guys and gals, this is Psionic Arrow with the JagdPanther Tier 7 German tank destroyer. This guy is pretty much what a tank destroyer should be. It has to fight long range and it has to stay concealed to do so effectively. So it's got 850 hit points, it weighs about 47 tons, 750 horsepower engine with a speed limit of 46 kilometers per hour. Track traverse is 29 degrees per second, so you can be circled in this thing. It's not the Stug, where you can just turn on a dime. And a little bit less the JagdPanther 4, it's slower, but this is even slower. Hull armor, 80 on the front, 50 on the side, 40 on the back. So this is pretty much anything hitting you from the side and the back is going to penetrate. From the front, you do have a nice bit of sloping. Let's see, 350 meter view range and a 710 meter signal range. So signal range is okay. That's standard for a German tank. 350 is standard for a tank destroyer at Tier 7 without an open top, like the S-35C or the Hellcat or the T-25/2. The tank destroyers that don't have open tops, that would pretty much be the Su-152 and the T-25AT from the American tree. The JagdPanther and the T-25AT both have 350 meter view range, and the Su-152, it's got considerably less, 330. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at the gun. There is a selection of two guns you're going to be able to use. You have the 88 centimeter Pak 43 L71 and the 10.5 centimeter Pak 45 L52. The 88 has 203 millimeter penetration and 240 damage, while the 10.5 has 200 millimeter penetration and 320 damage. The 8.8 fires quite a bit faster, 9.84 rounds per minute, while the 10.5 only has 7.32 rounds per minute. So with the 10.5, the JagdPanther will fire slower than the Su-152 while it's using the 122 millimeter cannon. But Su-152 is any Su-152 player is most likely going to be using the 152 millimeter dirt gun. So, anyways, 8.8 centimeter is got 0.32 accuracy with a 2.3 second aiming time, while the 10.5 has 0.34 accuracy with a 1.7 second aiming time. That means the 10.5, even though it doesn't have as much accuracy as 88 centimeter, sorry, 8.8 centimeter, it does have a lot faster aiming time, so you will be able to get your shots in quite a bit faster after you've turned your hull to attack. Now, I've got a camouflage net, improved ventilation, and a medium caliber tank gun rammers to improve on the fire rate of the tank. The crew, not all of them are at 100%. In fact, only one of them is at 100%. But the training, well, I've got Sixth Sense for the commander, camouflage for everybody else except for the radio guy who has situational awareness. So I want to see a little bit further, and I want to know if I've been spotted, which is very crucial in tank destroyer, it turns out. 30 armor-piercing rounds, 5 premium and 5 HE. Not really much of a concern. At Tier 7, 200 millimeter penetration is pretty good. You'll be able to get through most front hulls as long as you're aiming for weak spots, and this tank can do that. Tier 9 tanks, however, is where you're going to have a little bit of a problem. That's why I've got some premium rounds. If the only choice you have is to shoot at a Tier 9 tank, load some premium, It's gonna have 244 millimeter penetration, so it's not that much better, but it's more than 200, so yeah, you might have a shot at penetrating the front of an E75. Probably not, though. You want to catch those guys on the side or something like that. Alright, so that should be it, and let's get into a replay. And we're on Mountain Pass with a bunch of Tier 8 tanks. So this is a Tier 8, primarily Tier 8 game. Now, as a tank destroyer, the best place you can go to, and since I'm the only tank destroyer on my team, I'm going to go towards the bridge and see if I can't protect that spot. It's actually the perfect place for a tank destroyer. And since there's no artillery, you don't really have to fear too much about getting hit while you're back here. As you can see, enemy tanks have to funnel through this narrow lane in order to attack you. And we got a couple of Tier 6s moving out there, and okay, there's my chance. T-34-85. Alright, so I missed that shot. That wasn't very good. But you can't do anything about it. And there we go. First kill. KV-1S over there, I really think he shouldn't have moved out. I know he'd spotted them for me, but still. I can't help him when he's over there. And as a tank destroyer, you don't want to be charging in with heavy tanks unless you know that you're very maneuverable or you can kill people really quickly. And as I've spotted an IS-6 there, I'm not going to charge down there at all. I'm going to let them come to me. And on the minimap, you'll see that our team has spread out quite well, although the guys at B6 or B5 don't seem to be doing too much. IS-6, it's a pretty armored tank. However, the weak point on the front is that driver's hatch, which I have just hit twice in a row. The Hellcat is behind a rock, can't hit it. And that shot just went into the rock.
We didn't even scratch them.
This IS-6 is paying no attention to me. And I don't know why. I'm fairly certain that at 330 meters he'll be able to see me. Even with my camouflage net, I'm not hiding behind a bush or anything. The Hellcat is still not presenting itself to me very well. IS-6 though. Alright, Hellcat just came out, but I'm on reload and he just went back into cover. Oh dear. Alright, Hellcat's taken out. I think the IS-6 has finally realized that I'm here, but it's too late for him. Okay, so it looks like most of their team is down near D7 and D8. And I'm going to try and flank them from up top. Oh, there we go. JagdTiger? No. Maybe. Missed my shot on the JagdPanther, but JagdTiger's still out there, and looks like he's been bouncing a few shots.
That one went right through.
Obviously, if you get a side shot, if you have the opportunity to shoot at the side of a JagdTiger, do it. Looks like that T-29. Oh, he was shooting at me. That's okay.
We've got them.
JagdTiger's coming out. and he's turned himself to face me. Okay, that's totally fine. Now that means that he'll be presenting his side armor to the heavy tanks that are, well, one heavy tank, because there's still two that are at B6. Nobody's spotting. Okay, JagdTiger's still looking at me. Well, T-34-1 may be going to get them. Okay, JagdTiger's decided to turn. Here's my chance. Here's my chance to shoot him. T-29 looks like he tried to shoot me again.
We just dinged him.
That's pretty much it. The T-29 is hiding behind a rock, exposing only his turret. And weak point would be the commander's hatch if I could hit it. But doesn't look like I'll be able to. Oh well, we win anyway. Let's take a look at the stats. Alright, so that was 831 experience with 2 kills. I wasn't hit once. I was shot at a couple of times, but they missed. 19 shots fired, 14 hit the target, 10 penetration, 2,754 damage done. Credits, 6,897 on a non-premium account. Premium, 20,132. So, it's not really a moneymaker. But it is a tank destroyer, so you will not be doing any spotting damage, you will not be spotting any enemies. And if you're doing those things, then your team isn't doing very well. A tank destroyer such as the JagdPanther with such an accurate gun should be able to shoot targets without other enemy teams shooting back. You need to deal significant amounts of damage before you die, or before you win. And that's pretty much how you play a tank destroyer. You just have to stay hidden and shoot at targets of opportunity. Also, you have to move up if you need to. You can't just sit in one spot the entire time. You will most likely be artilleried, or you're not using your gun to its advantage. Now there are exceptions, such as the Su-152, which is got a different kind of gun. But this is how I think you should play the JagdPanther. Long range, don't get into close quarter battles, and just shoot as much as you can. Alright, so thanks for watching. Please press that like button and leave some comments. I'll see you in future videos.